But today I'm actually going to show you this comb that I got from Walmart. So people that have curly hair, you know, it's not real easy to detangle your hair. And I'm one of those people that, you know, you have to like pull your hair apart with your hand. But I went to Atlanta last weekend and I forgot my comb. Normally I use a pick. Well, normally I use a big wide tooth pick, and I have a regular pick that I've had for 100 years, and I use a skinny tooth comb. Sometimes I use this here part when I feel like my hair is completely combed out. I actually have a couple, but I usually use these combs mostly for the handle. Okay. But what I want to talk to you about is this comb. The tooth, I think the wide tooth really makes a difference. And there is another comb that I've been using. I've been using this pick. I found like this pick is such an easy pull. I pull for my scalp. But, so I would think this is what they have in common, the wide tooth. And I was starting to think like, I must be on to something. But this comb, I'm like, it is a no name brand. It was the cheapest one at Walmart because I knew I had tons of combs at home and I didn't want to buy a brand new expensive comb. So when I was at Walmart in Atlanta, Georgia, I just went to Walmart, and then I got this brush. It's Conair. I don't know why. It must have been fake. I don't know, but it was written as Conair on it, and the writing's already coming off right here. But nice texture. I don't really brush my hair unless I'm just trying to brush the sides down because, you know, I want to keep every strand of hair I have. Which I think I'm actually doing good. I'm turning 59 in, let me see, this is April, in 4 months. So I think I'm doing okay as far as having hair on my head. Be turning 59. Okay, so I am going to show you how I comb out my hair. First, I do like to section it. And since I'm combing out my hair, I'm going to use this opportunity to grease my scalp. And I just want to talk about, you know, greasing the scalp. I've been having my scalp greased since I was a little kid, okay? And when I was little, I had real thick, coarse, strong hair. And we did just fine. You know, of course, we used to get our hair pressed with a pressing comb. But now I just feel like some people are so bougie today. They don't admit that they ever had grease on their hair. You know, of course, I know some people, this day and age, they don't put grease on their hair. But bottom line is, you're still putting products in your hair. Grease, lotion, cream, spray, you're still putting products. So stop being so bougie and stuck up like you. You know, I think some people that aren't black, they made us feel that something was wrong with us, like you put grease in your hair. Because when I was a kid, I went to school in Long Beach, and I went to school in Wrigley, and it was predominantly white at the time. And I remember kids making comments like, ew, you put grease in your hair? Is it cooking grease? I'm like, no, it's grease. And even at my job where I work, I had this crazy boss who's not there anymore. I think she got fired. My job won't admit that she got fired, but she was a she, and she was racist, and she should not have had the job that she had. But she got to be off work for 6 months with pay. Yeah. To me, it's like, did you really fire someone? Did you really ask them to leave? Or was that a settlement agreement because they didn't come to work and they got to get paid? Anyway, I brought her up because I remember continuing on with the story with having grease in my hair. She touched my hair one day. It was like, and then walked away like this. And I was like, why did you do that? You knew you were trying to touch my hair to see if I had products or what type in my hair. And only to walk away like, that's why I was like, you know what? Stop traumatizing me. Bring back memories from when I was a kid, you know. And if you're watching this, you know, as a black female that grew up in the 60s and 70s, we're real sensitive about that. So, you know, don't take it personal if we don't, as when I say we, black females don't like white people or anyone put their hands in the hair. And today, yeah, I'm coming across black people that don't even acknowledge that they even knew what grease is. Now, I bought this today in the store at Walmart. There was tons of it, so somebody's buying it. Someone else is buying it except me. You know, one's not better than the other. It's just that I do put it on my girls' hair when they're at home. You know, they have a lot of hair, and I've used grease on their hair. And now, even though they're like, ew, because what they brought up. Okay, so I sectioned my hair out, and basically I'm just putting grease on my scalp. You know, and I remember growing up, the reason we put grease on our scalp, without some of our, well, with my family, our scalp would get really dry and have dandruff, you know. And I know white people would wash their hair every day. We couldn't do that. We washed our hair every day. We would have the driest scalp in the world, you know. I remember my mom using Head and Shoulders and VL5, you know, but see this greasing my scalp, keeping it clean, and you know, because my hair's not as thick as it used to be, my parts aren't that thick. But oh my gosh, I love this comb. This comb here. And so I'm gonna twist this here up. I'm gonna do this part when I section it. It is so easy. Oh, this top I'm wearing, this is actually, you can't really see, this is actually one of my favorite tops, because that boss that I said that shouldn't have had a position I had, she had. I remember her taking her time out one night to email me to say, hey, you know that shirt you have on today, it's kind of like a boy's top. I'm like, no, it's a girl's top. But a chick that was not black, it was okay for her to wear a Dodger t-shirt to a commission meeting. And then all the commissioners were like, oh, so cute. But yet, I have a top on. I'm sure I had a blazer with it. You know, but I was comfortable. She was going to tell me, you had like a boy shirt on. I'm like, girl, woman, stop picking on the black lady. You know? Anyway. Let's just continue to grease my scalp. And I could comb it out. Oh my gosh. And I have to have my hair has to stay oiled because my ends will get dried off and brittle and break. That's another reason I put grease on my hair. because I'd rather have oily, non-split hair than dried, cracked hair. Okay, I have a little bit of grays. Again, I'm turning 59 in 4 months. I'm gonna go ahead and grease my scalp. Keep greasing it. Oh, I want to show you guys something. I started using biotin in the last year, and my hair's gotten thicker. And the reason I know, because when I would part my hair, it would be wider. Now my part is skinnier, and I swear by biotin. Of course, I'm also taking vitamin B super complex as well. Okay. One more side. Used to not be this quick to come out my hair. But you know what? I also lubricate my hair too. Also makes it easier. When my girl's hair is not flat iron or straight and it's just curly, I never just comb their hair dry because it's not realistic. They comb their hair out. Their hair needs to be softened. This part here is a little thicker and wider. You can see more of my scalp with my hair. But before I took biotin, I felt like my hair was getting really thin on the side right here. It's actually doing so much better. I love this comb. See, I feel like the other comb was taking out so much of my hair. And this comb here, I have less hair shedding. And I think that's another reason why I really like this comb. I hate having big balls of hair left over. Oh, I got 2 more pieces. I did talk to one lady, she was telling me, she said, no, I don't use grease on my daughter's hair. She said, oh, I use it. And I was telling her, I go, but this lady, her daughter was on my daughter's cheer team, and her hair was, I don't know a lot about the trend, what they're calling hairdos now. Like they say 4C and all this. I don't know anything about that. But all I know is back in the day, either you had what they called good hair, kinky hair, or nappy hair. Okay, so my hair was always considered nappy, and I was okay with that because I had thick hair too. But this girl, her hair, she was on my daughter's cheer, and her hair was real kinky, and one day out of the month it would look right, and it looked like it didn't have much length even after 3 years of seeing her on my daughter's cheer. No, the hair didn't have much length to it, and it was kinky, and her mom's like, grease. We don't use grease, because she had an opportunity to stick up for me and support me and my daughter because my daughter was being bullied. But no, she decided to side with the little white girls and on a team, and you know, and be like, oh yeah, we don't use grease. And I'm like, really? But your daughter's black and her hair's kinky. What do you use on it? And then she didn't offer to tell me what she used on her daughter's hair. If you don't use grease or you have some cream or whatever, some better product, why wouldn't you tell me instead of saying, oh, I don't use grease on my daughter's hair? So that's when I realized, I'm done with her, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wet this side so that it combs out easy. Again, I was like, I love this comb. I love this comb. I'm actually able to comb from the scalp. My girls are like, don't comb from the scalp, just comb from the bottom. But see, this is all the hair that I'm getting now. It's not a whole lot. Feels good. But anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you. I feel like I'm good to go. And somehow I feel like my hair is gonna, because I'm not pulling out as much hair, I actually feel like my hair may stand a chance, ouch, and grow more. My hair used to be really long and thick. That was back in the day. But now, my hair is back in. I have to keep it at all times for my head. I'm just kidding. You like, see how I know. I'm not going to make this video so long. It's really supposed to be just about this comb. And this brush. I like this brush too. Oh my god, it feels so good. It feels so good. It feels so good. Let my hair down. But I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. Here is my scalp is all nice and oiled. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair back on.